Italy, Italians generally think that all Africans are illegal immigrants and that all Africans are poor and they're beggars. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. Tell me in the comment section how you're doing. Okay guys, so today's video there's going to be a little bit of but yes, it has to be discussed. So in today's video we're going to be talking about stereotypes that some Italians have about Africans. So for those who don't know, stereotype is a belief that a certain kind of people are a certain kind of way. The reason for this video was because an Italian plumber came to my house just this morning, like about 3 hours ago, to do like a plumbing job because the sink in my kitchen, it was leaking. It's very fine now. So he asked me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "I'm African." Like he looked so surprised, and all through his stay he was just acting kind of, he was tight, like he couldn't believe it. Like he couldn't believe that an African could afford to live where I live or afford to do the things that I do. So guys, in Italy, Italians generally think that all Africans are illegal immigrants and that all Africans are poor and they're beggars, and they believe that all Africans are like all African girls are into prostitution, or they feel like all African boys are into drugs and all of that. So today we're going to be tackling that in this video because obviously not. No, and no. Although some stereotypes can be true, okay? Honestly, some stereotypes are true, but it doesn't mean it's okay. You get? It doesn't mean it's okay. I want to say that, first of all, no. All Africans in Italy are not illegal immigrants, and obviously I'm not. I went to an Italian embassy. I applied for an Italian visa, and I was deemed worthy of the visa, and I was given, and I entered into a plane which I paid for and I came here. Okay, so no, all Africans in Italy are not illegal immigrants. Okay, most of us came here legally with visas, and no, all Africans are not poor. Okay, some Africans in Italy own their own homes, okay? Some Africans in Italy own some clubs that I know about. Some Africans in Italy own businesses that are doing very well. So no, all Africans are not poor, okay? It's true that a lot of Africans in Italy are illegal immigrants, and that's because I don't know if you guys know about this thing that has been going on for a while. I've discussed it in some videos before, which I am going to link in the description box down below, where Africans come to Italy and seek asylum, or I don't know what it is pronounced as, but I'll show you guys on the screen. Or they come to Italy under the refugee umbrella, where they say that in their country there's some kind of war going on, or they're trying to escape slavery or something like that. So Italy takes them in and gives them like a camp where they stay and take care of them for a certain amount of time. And I don't know how it was, but I feel like a certain amount of time that you have to stay there, or there's a certain amount of like age you have to be, and they let you go into the society to look for a life for yourself. I feel like that's how it works. I'm not sure, but due to these reasons, a lot of Italians seem to think that all Africans in Italy came under that refugee excuse, or there's slavery going on in my country excuse, and that's how most of us immigrated. First of all, a lot of Africans in Italy are students, like they study here, and no, not all Africans plan to stay here for the rest of their life. Like, I am in Italy because I am affiliated with the US military, and I have a specific amount of years that I'm supposed to be here. And once it clicks, which is like very soon, I will leave. So no, not all Africans in Italy are here to like take over your stuffs or stay for the rest of their life. Not all Africans have no plans to leave. Most of us are literally counting down to when we are leaving, okay? So no, all Africans in Italy are not here illegally. Not all of us are here to take over, you know, to be nuisance and not leave. Not at all. So yes, we've tackled that part. Now the part where it says that all Africans are poor and are beggars. Obviously not. Like, a lot of Africans in Italy, due to the way they came to Italy, they don't tend to have jobs. They don't tend to have, even if they have jobs, they don't tend to have good jobs. So they get menial jobs like pushing carts in shopping malls or house help jobs and stuff like that, and thus do not make a lot of money. And so they live very, you know, low. So for that reason, a lot of Italians think all Africans are under that category, which is absolutely not true. Most of us Africans in Italy have professional degrees, okay? They are certified in so many professional levels. So no, not all Africans in Italy are like that. So I guess that's why it's a stereotype, because you feel like, you know, everybody's categorized there. That's what makes it a stereotype, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's true, because it's obviously not true. But I believe that the world is expanding, the world is learning. I believe that people are generally changing, because I have met a lot of Italians who at first, you know, had that impression of, oh, African. And an example is the store where I shop very close to my house. When I first started going to that store, I always felt like people were always looking at me, always, you know, making sure I wasn't stealing something. You know, that feeling of like, oh, somebody's watching me closely and making sure I'm not taking anything, you know, that I'm not going to pay for. I always had that feeling every time I walked into the store, and plus I was not very, very free. Every time I go there, I make sure I don't put my hand in my pocket so they don't feel like I just put something there. Sometimes I just want to bring out my phone and Google what I want to buy because I don't know the name in Italian. And since, like, for example, I was looking for brown sugar. I didn't know what brown sugar was in Italian, so I had to Google it. But before I put my hand in my pocket, I had to think twice. These people might think I just put something in my pocket, so I don't want to do that. So instead, I walked to a girl that works there, and I was describing what I wanted. So I knew what sugar was in Italian, so I didn't know what brown was. So I told her sugar. So, and then I tried to show her a brown color, and I said, that's what I want. So she was like, oh, okay. And then she took me to the places where they had those kind of stuff, and then I bought it. So I feel like because of the stereotypes that Italians have about us, sometimes we constantly have to either live a certain kind of life so they don't think we are that kind of people, or all of that. But like, it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't have to live so, you know, you shouldn't have to live in so much fear because of a stereotype that some certain kind of people have about you, or you shouldn't have to constantly have to prove to people that you're not like this and like that, you know, like, oh, it's so much pressure, to be honest. But it's all good, it's all okay. So if you're an Italian out there, my words for you are, and to be honest, I have seen a lot of Italian who have, you know, shown that kind of attitude of, oh, African to some people, and then when they get to know them, they become very friendly and very loving to them because they found out that they're not that kind of people. So you other Italians out there, I want to tell you that you should give people the opportunity to prove themselves. Because people are of a certain race doesn't mean that they are a certain way. Do you understand? So yes, give people the chance to prove themselves to you. Don't use the stereotype that binds these certain people to judge them or treat them a certain kind of way. Because as I've said before, like, there was a day I was walking on the street and a woman was coming in a bicycle, and she literally roll into like the grasses just so we won't be on the same path, because probably because she feels like, oh, I might snatch her bag or her phone or something like that. And it's because of the mentality that she has that an African should be a certain kind of way. So that's why. So yes guys, if you are African and you're planning to come out here, know that these are the kind of things, these are some kind of stereotypes that are accorded to Africans, and that it's not going to be all great and all. And if you're African, come out the right way, come to Europe the right way, apply for visas, fly a plane and come here. Don't come through any other means that puts us in a position where people judge us wrongly and treat us a certain kind of way. The reason why I make such videos is so that people around the world can learn. So this is not even about being black in Italy, it's about being African in Italy. So yes guys, I hope that this video has been informative. I hope this video educates you in some kind of way. I hope this video meets you well. If it has, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And yes guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Ciao. Bye.